Welcome to the Matawan Aberdeen School District's regular action meeting on September 19th, 2022. Time is now 6:31 p.m. The New Jersey Open Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or agreed upon. In accordance with the provision of this act, the Matawan Aberdeen Regional School District Board of Education advertised this meeting on June 7th, 2022 in the Asbury Park Press and the Star Ledger. This notice was sent to the municipal clerks of the Borough of Matawan and the Township of Aberdeen and the Matawan Aberdeen Public Library. This notice was also placed on the district's website. We could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please remain standing.
Could you please remain standing? I'd like to introduce the high school choir to perform the national anthem. Thank you, that was beautiful. Okay, Ms. Case, can we please have roll call?
Mr. Ahern?
Here.
Ms. Vilas? Ms. Friedman?
Here.
Ms. Martinez?
Here.
Mr. Montone?
Here.
Ms. Pell? Ms. Osborne?
Present.
Mrs. Coley?
Here. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the regular action meeting minutes, August 22nd, 2022, executive session meeting minutes, August 22nd, 2022, and the special meeting minutes, August 29th, 2022?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Mr. Ahern?
Yes.
Ms. Friedman?
Yes, but it's staying to the special meeting.
So noted. Mr. Montone?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Ms. Osborne?
Yes, abstain from the special meeting.
So noted. Mrs. Coley?
Yes. That brings us to the superintendent's report. And with that, we'd like to turn it over to Mr. Eiler.
Good evening. Members of the Board of Education, thank you for having me here tonight. I realize Mr. B and his team just left, but I think it's always important, as Mr. B always reminds me, I ask him to come to this meeting every year to start us off with the national anthem, and he very quickly says to me, but Mr. Riley, I've only had them for 3 weeks, I need 3 weeks. And so you can see the talent that exists not only with the students but with Mr. B. I wish they were still here to give them another round of applause, but I'll be visiting their classroom tomorrow to thank them because they are fabulous, and we are only 3 weeks into the school year. I am just in awe. The group tonight that we are going to recognize has been in existence at Matawan Regional High School. This is going into the second year. This is a group of students who volunteers their time to beautify the environment of Matawan Regional High School. They have planted mums and different plants around the building. They have decorated for the fall with pumpkins and leaves in the main lobby. They are an absolutely amazing group of students. The group of students is comprised of 53 who over the course of the last 12 to 13 months have made an impact in one way, shape, or another. Case in point, this Saturday, some of the members of this group will be helping with Aberdeen Day in the gymnasium. They are just a fabulous group of individuals. This week, we were talking about which group we wanted to recognize and honor. They are so involved in so many things that one of the aspects we had to think about was there are 53 of them. We know we're not going to get all 53 of them, but how do we make sure that we recognize all of them so that even if they are not here today, we will be presenting them tomorrow with certificates since they were absent for a myriad of reasons. Jobs, after-school commitments, I'm told homework or something. So they are all working on a number of things. They are led by two of our school counselors, Miss Amanda Longo and Miss Jessica Gricci, who have taken this project on. And this is how dedicated the students and the advisors are. The week before freshman orientation this year, Dr. Micah called me and said, we have a donation of about 100 mums that we have to get planted. They're going to be dropped off. The next phone call I got was from one of our maintenance people who said to me, I have no idea how we're going to be able to plant these 100 things in a matter of 4 hours. I don't know how we're going to do it. And I said, don't worry about it. I think I have a group that can help. In less than 24 hours, 18 of them showed up the following morning to plant mums in the front of the building, and they looked absolutely fabulous. They have a number of projects that they are continuing with, and also this has had a profound impact on their education at Matawan Regional High School. One of the things that we talked a lot about during the strategic planning process, as well as throughout the course of the mission of Matawan Regional High School, is the impact that students feel and have beyond the academics, beyond the sports. So I can think of no better group to recognize tonight that is an important fabric of the high school than the School Beautification Project. To introduce the members that are here tonight are the advisors, Miss Amanda Longo and Miss Jessica Gricci, and then, thank you. And then once they're able to introduce the individuals who are here, a couple of them would like to say a couple words to you about the impact that this program has had on their lives and their education. Ms. Longo?
Hi, good evening. Alexandria Campitaro. Brianna Campitaro. Devin Davis. Emily McConnon. We are expecting a few more, but some are coming from work and other activities, and they were hoping to join us, so we're hoping that they can still make it. Alexandria, would you like to come up?
Good evening, Board of Education. My name is Alexandria Campitero, and I'm currently a junior at the high school. In my free time, I participate in many activities, including Winter Guard, Color Guard, Key Club, Mock Trial, and much more. Two of my favorite things that I participate in is women's empowerment and school beautification. I'm the president of Women's Empowerment, and we always work with school beautification. It's very important to me to be a part of a group of individuals who work to make the school a better place. With this being said, my mission is to be as active as possible in the school community. In school beautification, we meet every month to brainstorm ideas on what we can do to exceed schools' expectations. We have done multiple activities to make the school feel more welcoming. One thing that we did was make care baskets for each female bathroom. We wanted to have everyone feel comfortable and never stressed in any type of situation. Then during the holidays, we decorated the school. At some point, every student becomes overwhelmed during the school year. This is especially true for the winter season. While it's supposed to be a time of snow and magic, it becomes very stressful with last-minute assignments and assessments being squeezed in before the break. Our goal was to take a breath of life and excitement into the school halls. A huge major thing that we accomplished this year was making the school look greater itself. We want the school to be inviting where families and kids want to come to the district. To do this, you need to start outside, and that's what we did. We worked on landscaping, and we planted mums in front of the school, and we mulched the beds in the front. With having a good landscaping, it makes everyone feel more welcome to the school and more like home. The mission for this club is to truly make it feel like a home. There are students who need a getaway place, and some of theirs are school, and it's our mission to make this place feel welcoming. I enjoy giving back to my community and this school. We have incredible teachers here who do their best to give us a quality of education. However, none of this would have been possible without Mrs. Grucci and Mrs. Longo. If they weren't here to do these clubs, I would have never been able to volunteer and give back to my school as much as I do, so thank you to the two of them. This club truly makes me feel accomplished as a person and makes me feel more like a student, and I wouldn't be anywhere else without this school and these clubs. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Devin?
Well, good evening, Board of Education. Most of you know me, so I'm just going to start right off the bat. I'm Devin Davis. I'm a senior here at Matawan Regional High School. I'm going to start off by saying, in my free time, to be honest, I have no free time. Well, just to start off, that I am the drum major for the Matawan Regional High School marching band. I am the senior debate captain for speech and debate. I'm a member of the student council. I'm a civic leader, and a whole host of other clubs that I think that I would be a part of. The reason why, I started with the school beautification project, and I say thank you to Ms. Gricci and Ms. Longo for allowing me to be a part of it, is that it's a volunteering. And volunteering something to me is something that I like to do. I said, with my very vast and busy schedule, I find time to volunteer to give back not just to my community, but to my school. The school may not be all perfect, but there are many ways that we can improve, the community, the atmosphere, and just the all general aura of what we have to offer here at Matawan Regional High School. I said the plus side is service hours. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten emails from Ms. Grucci and Mrs. Longo say, come get y'all's the service hours. What I do know is this, is that in my life, I have helped countless people. And that some people are very appreciative of that help, and a lot of people aren't. And I've come to terms with saying that in my life, I gotta block away that negativity. The people that want to be helped, they come and ask for it. But the people who sit around moping and doping all the time, they don't really get the help that they want and expect so much out of you. So I say that my life is good to know that when help is needed, because I can make someone else smile if they're going through a tough time. So I close with this. I say thank you again to Ms. Gricci and Ms. Longo for allowing me to be a part of this great program. Thank you.
Thank you, Devin. So, on behalf of everyone at Matawan Regional High School, I just want to thank Dr. Micah, Central Administration, and the Board of Education for allowing us to continue to perform these types of clubs, activities, programs at the high school. They are an important element to a well-rounded education. And as you heard from just 2 of the 50+ members of the program today, it is an impact that they will look back on and always remember how they were able to contribute to the culture and climate at Matawan Regional High School. Thank you for your attention this evening. Greatly appreciate it, and have a good evening.
And from the board and everyone up here, I just want to say thank you for taking the time, being so actively involved, and for volunteering, because I know how hard it is with all the schoolwork, with all of your outside activities. I know it can be hard to fit that in, but it really does say a lot about you. And just even listening to you speak, it just makes me proud, because you're like adults, and it's great to hear from you all. So thank you very much. And the school does look great outside, I have noticed. Thank you. that brings us to the board president's report. And before we swear in our student representative, just a couple of things. Wanted to mention, the school year does continue to be going very well at each of our schools. I don't know what that sound is, but the back-to-school nights are continuing to take place, and we encourage all parents and guardians to attend and get to know their child's teacher, as well as learn about what their kids will be learning this school year. In Dr. Micah's community letter this past week, he had mentioned how we are starting a committee, the school security committee, and we invite parents, guardians, community members, staff. If you're interested in participating, please send an email to Dr. Micah. We would like to start that up in October. Yep.
Just to interject quickly, I'm going to be sending out an email on Wednesday. I'm still collecting names, and I have a lot of names, which is very good. So be on the lookout for an email midweek. Thank you.
Thank you. As we continue to mention, the district is requesting that all families who feel they may qualify to complete the 2022-2023 free reduced meal application. It can be done electronically on PaySchools or hard copy, and it must be completed by September 30th to count. A reminder, Aberdeen Day, as we mentioned, is taking place here at the high school this Saturday, and Matawan Day is also taking place on October 1st, so another week or two out. It's a great day, really, for everyone to come out, support the community. You'll see there will be activities for children. Also, a lot of our students tend to participate that day. Lots of good food, music, and just a really good time. So now, before we move into the agenda, I am pleased to be able to introduce our new student representative to the board, Ms. Courtney Coco. She is a senior at Matawan Regional High School and was elected by her classmates to be the senior class president. She's been actively involved in the school and for her class for years. On a personal note, I've actually known Ms. Coco since she was in preschool with my daughter, so back when she was about 4 years old. So very proud to be seeing her sitting up here. I think she'll do a great job, and we really look forward to hearing your updates each month. And with that, we're going to swear you in. Okay, so Ms. Coco, if you would just read the oath. Thank you.
I, Courtney Coco, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and this state, under the authority of the people. I, Courtney Coco, do solemnly affirm that I possess the qualifications for the office of Student Representative of a Board of Education, that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
Thank you, and welcome. And do you have a report for this month? Okay, if you want to give that.
It's more of just an introduction because we haven't gotten too far into the year yet, but good evening, Board of Education. I am extremely grateful to accept this position as this year's student representative. When I entered high school, I never thought that this would be a possibility for myself, let alone being student body and senior class president. I was afraid to open new doors as an incoming freshman, but sitting here, I can now say that this has been one of my greatest accomplishments so far. As president, I'm looking forward to keeping those Matawan traditions strong, but also bringing in some new ones that will hopefully be continued. I have many goals that I hope to accomplish before passing the torch to the next representative, but I know they won't be successful without the help of others. This is why my main goal is to create a strong relationship school-wide to strengthen those connections between different grades. Although we have our annual rivalries during pep rally and battle of the classes seasons, I want all students to feel safe with one another. I find student involvement to be very important when it comes to our success as a school. This is why I continue to post and spread the news of all our sports and school events in order to have every student feel included. Our student section has started off pretty strong, but a goal of mine is to keep it that way for this year. By using various social media platforms and emails, I do my best to reach as many students as I can myself to then create a domino effect of information being passed on. My Vice President Manishi and I want to make this year the best we can, not only for our senior class, but for the rest of the students that call this school theirs. I want to have an even more memorable year than the last, which will be pretty hard to beat, but I never say no to a challenge. I will continue to work hard in all of my positions while staying in contact with our principal, Mr. Eiler, for any key updates, along with the rest of the district to make sure that all schools are represented. Once again, I want to thank you all for making it possible for me to sit here and represent the students of our district. I am certain that I will do my best to reach my goals for not only our school, but for all the students that will pass through here in the future. Thank you for listening, and I am looking forward to the year we have ahead of us and the memories it has in store.
Thank you. With that, we made some slight changes to the agenda tonight. We are going to move into executive session. Be it resolved that a closed session be convened for the purpose of discussing privacy, personnel, and attorney-client matters. The subject matter of these discussions will be disclosed to the public when the reason for confidentiality subsides, although the board cannot guarantee it. The length of the executive session is estimated to be 15 minutes, after which the public meeting of the board shall reconvene and proceed with business. Action will take place. Can I get a motion and a second to enter executive session?
Motion.
Second. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Can I get a motion and a second to return to public session?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, we're going to move on to the agenda. So first up, we have curriculum and instruction. Ms. Perez?
Good evening. We're asking for board approval under curriculum and instruction, items under A, travel. That concludes curriculum and instruction.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Okay, student services, Ms. Perez?
Under student services, we're asking for board approval for items 1 and 2 and the walk-in item that was passed out earlier under item number 1. That concludes student services.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll second.
Okay, personnel, Mr. Liebman?
Thank you. Good evening. First, we'd like to ask the board to approve walk-in item. The walk-in item is for action. That'd be items 1 and 2 on the walk-in. And we're asking the board to approve from the agenda items A, B, C 1 through 9, and D 1 through 4. That concludes personnel.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll second.
Finance, Ms. Case?
We're looking to take action on the following items, number 1 through 8, and that concludes finance.
Can I get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll motion.
I'll second.
Any questions or comments from the board on agenda items? Ms. Friedman?
I just wanted to comment regarding the hiring of the DEI position. I was at the strategic planning for all the sessions, and that very clearly was a need that the community had expressed would be met. I cannot think of a better person to fill that role than Dr. Rawls and all of the things that he has done to and for this community at large, and I wish him lots of luck.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? No? Okay, public comments on agenda items and additional matters. The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comments on matters of interest to the school community. Individuals wishing to speak must state their name and municipality of residence. Comments are limited to 3 minutes duration, but an individual may speak a second time after all others who wish to speak on the topic have been heard. All statements should be directed to the board president, and no participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are requested to express themselves in a civil manner with due respect for the dignity and privacy of others whose legal rights may be affected. Please note, while it is not the board's intention to stifle comment on matters of legitimate concern, the public should be aware that if their statements violate the rights of others under the law of defamation or invasion of privacy, they may face personal liability to the injured party. If speakers are uncertain of the legal ramifications of their comments, the board urges them to seek guidance beforehand from their own legal advisor. Okay, seeing no comments from the public, we will move on to taking action on agenda items, curriculum and instruction, student services, personnel, and finance.
Mr. Ahern?
Yes.
Ms. Friedman?
Yes.
Ms. Martinez?
Yes.
Mr. Montone?
Yes.
Ms. Osborne?
Yes.
Mrs. Scully?
Yes. Brings us to old business. Any old business? Okay, new business? No? Okay, can I get a motion and a second to adjourn the meeting?
All motion.
All in favor? Aye.